It's testing season, and non-educators all the time say, what's the big deal about this? Why do teachers throw a fit about state testing? Well, let me tell you, because it's ridiculous. And let me tell you why state testing all over this nation is absolutely ridiculous. First and foremost, this is not the way we instruct kids or the way we test kids all year round. But now we're testing them in a completely different format. Second of all, we are comparing apples to oranges. Most states take their state testing in April and May, and they get those scores back in August when those kids that are taking the test have left. So we're going to test our fifth graders. They are going to be gone to sixth grade in another building by the time we get those results back. How ridiculous is that? Thirdly, we have principals and district administrators that don't understand how stupid state testing is, and they put pressure on teachers, principals, building administrators, and kids to perform well on state testing. And that pressure causes stress levels for everybody. But the biggest stressful, ridiculous thing about state testing is what it does for our kids. Imagine being just an average student. You like going to school, you can read, you don't struggle too much, but school is just school, which is probably what most people dealt with in school. Now, for 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, you have to sit at a desk for anywhere from 45 minutes to 4.5 hours and take an assessment. Someone's walking around the room, watching what you're doing. You have to go to the bathroom as a group together. You can't go to the bathroom by yourself. You're on this schedule. Nobody talks. You got a book to read after you're done with it. And you have to do that for anywhere from 5, 10, or 15 days for 4 hours a day. Think about how stressful that would be. Now let's think if you're a second language learner. English is not your first language. You don't understand the directions that are being read in English. You don't understand the tests that's written in English. Can you imagine me putting you in a room, reading directions to a test in German, giving you a test that's written in German, and telling you you've got 4 hours to complete it? That's what some of our kids are going through. But the most ridiculous thing about state testing is our special education students. We have students that struggle academically and behaviorally, and they have to also take this test. They can't exempt out of it. So for 45 minutes to 4 hours, a student that is struggling in school has to sit at a desk and take an assessment for 4 hours, for 5 days, 10 days, 15 days. And yes, they get accommodations. Do you know what the accommodation is? Someone sitting next to them reading the test for them. Someone sitting with them writing down their answers. Can you imagine sitting next to somebody for 4 hours as they read an assessment to you and you have to give the answers out? It is absolutely excruciating for our special education students to take a state assessment like this, but they are required to do it. Do you know why? Because we have politicians that have no idea what they're doing when it comes to education. If you are a parent, make sure that you're not putting pressure on your students. Nothing is going to happen if your child doesn't do well on state testing. Absolutely nothing. They could go in there and do nothing on state testing, and they will go to the next grade level. Nothing will happen. And if you are an educator, relieve yourself of some of that stress. And if you've got a district office, an administrator that's putting pressure on you, throw up the horse blinders and ignore them. State testing is the most ridiculous thing we have ever done in education. Don't get wrapped up into that it's really important, because it ain't. Just saying.